So, Swamiji, Pranam. So, this is another episode, another lecture, and the topic we have decided today is assessment of spiritual progress. So, as we all know, spiritual science is not information science, it is not information technology, but it is transformation technology. So, spirituality leads to transformation. So everyone is so much fond of spiritual progress. So we really wish to know, when we are on the path of spiritual journey, how we should be introspecting, or what are the assessment parameters for spiritual progress. So could you please tell us what are the parameters for spiritual progress and how we should be assessing it? Over to you, Swamiji.
You see, one is spiritual person, one is materialistic person. So materialistic persons, their focus, their love, everything concerned to the matter. To get more, and become selfish. That is the materialistic person. To change outside, getting more and more. Are spiritual persons. Their love, their concern is not matter. It's a matter of God, some kind of spirit, then Almighty, their actions, their thinking, everything to this relate to the spirit, God, something. What is spirit or God? To remove this confusion, I want to tell one example. One guru, he has become old. He is searching his successor. Hearing this, two interested young chap came to him, and they want his discipleship and get everything what he has, because he guru is searching successor. Okay, guru tell them you have to give the examination, you have to give the test. Well, we are ready. So he showed two goat in a black color, tied their little highway. Ask both of them. You go and find out a place where this goat can be killed and nobody can see it. Nobody can see it. So this is the condition you have to fulfill. So both of them take one goat and gone in search of the solitude and lonely place. One person got a beautiful place in a jungle, deep jungle, a bit of cave, and nobody is nearby. Even you can hear the birds chirping. So lonely, so solitude. First person thing, this is the right place. Nobody can see. So he killed that goat there. Or the second person, he also got this kind of solitude in a cave, but he could not kill the goat. He returned with the goat, second person. And first person, success, he killed the goat and came and reported to the guru. Both of them came, second person came with the goat. First person killed them and left there. So Guru asked, have you got that solitude and killed them? First person told, yes, in a solitude place, nobody was there and nobody knows it, nobody can watch it, see it. Then what about the second person? Gurudev asked, what about you? Why you have brought it back? You could not find any place like first one that nobody can see when you kill the goat. After very low voice, with a deep thinking, he told Gurudev, I find that cave. At the moment I enter the cave, I find there is somebody. My voice, my Atma, yeah, their presence is there. If I kill them, they will watch it. According to me, there is no place in this world where nobody's God's eyes you cannot escape. Anywhere in the world, you will find the God eyes is there, God is watching. Even my Atma, the soul, that is also watching. So I came back. There is no place in solitude or something which is unseen by the human beings, not unseen by God or spirit, which is everywhere. So Gurudev, choose the second one. You are the right successor. The point is here, the materialistic mind, thinking of the matter, power, position, others, their eyes totally burned by this Maya. They cannot see this truth. They think person is not there, nobody is there, that means nobody is seeing. Their limitation is that only within matters. Everything within the matters is liking, tasting, everything the matters. Whereas the second one, he has gone beyond that and see, then yes, somebody there is seeing the spirit. So spiritual persons and materialistic persons, these are the difference. But the spiritual persons, growth, and the spiritual person, the more he advance in sadhana, that means the more he advance in that sense, he keep focusing his mind on the spirit and spirit, they will get the bliss, peace, no disturbance of the mind, less disturbance. Materialistic persons, they are totally disturbed every time because of the greed, anxiety, jealousy, all sorts of this greed and the matter. So the more a person advances in spirituality, that means thinking of the spirit, he will be less disturbed by the greed and jealousy and selfishness. So materialistic person are more selfish, that is a sufferer, anger, jealousy, you'll find in the materialistic person more and more. Or in spiritual persons, they become unselfish little. And so their suffering is less in terms of anger, jealousy, greed. So these are the criteria. The spiritual person means he try to forget the matter, and matter is not the ultimate truth. And he who will, the spiritual persons who will himself realize it, outsider people cannot realize it. For examples, 1 month ago, the persons had the anger, jealousy, hatred, and greed. After the practice of spiritual discipline, the persons have realized that the greed, anger, jealousy intensity has reduced after 1 month. That is the growth of spirituality which he realized it, because he trying to dwell in the spirit. And the more a person dwell in spirit, the persons become unselfish. As per Swami Vivekananda, what is dharma? Become unselfishness. Unselfishness is the real dharma, and selfishness is not a dharma. We see how we are selfish, that two persons has gone to a beautiful place like Simla. They are enjoying the nature. Suddenly a person came and asked them, I want to donate this house. Immediately, one person forget and lose the interest in the nature. He started measuring the house. What is the area? How much is the cost? I will be, I will get as a gift donation. So he, even though he has gone to enjoy the beauty of the nature, but his mind is full of materialistic things. That means more gain, more money, more power, his mind is there. But whereas the other persons, he is fully merged with the nature's beauty that is nearer to the truth, God. So the persons, spiritual person generally become good, and he will love for the truth, love for the poor people, love for the right things, love for the good things, love for the truth. Whereas the materialist person is not that. Love is not there for the truth. Love is not there for the other people. So these are the differences. A person can realize these things. More good qualities he will develop, and more peace, balance, joy, he will get it out of it. It is, he will realize it. So love, so they used to say, whatever bad we think, see in the world, outcome of love, misdirected. Whatever is good in the world, outcome of love, properly directed. One is spirituality, one is materialistic. I think clear now. It
Yeah.
is clear to you.
Yes, Swamiji, there is one common notion with all of us, more or less, that whenever it comes to assessment of spiritual progress, we get carried away with the parameters like how much time we spent in temple or church or holy places, how much time we spent in sadhana, or how much time we spend in listening to discourses or reading holy books. So these are most of the time considered as parameters in the society when they look upon somebody as a spiritual person. So is there any truth in these parameters?
You see, these are helpful for spiritual life. But this is helpful does not mean that it has really spiritual values. That because spirituality bring transform on you. Good reading good books, reading Gita, Upasastras, and spending the time in the temple. This may help you. But is it changing you? That means even though you are going to the temple and reading the books, superficially. That helping teachers help you, but teacher cannot make you help you, make you get the. Teacher will give the guidelines. Our Shastra give the guidelines to implement in the life for spiritual progress. But the ritual, reading books, this is okay. But there are some people who will find, without going the scriptures and going to the temple, staying in the house, simple thing doing, they're more spiritual than people who are going to the temple, that they are going to the temple a long distance to see God in there. But they are not able to see God in his maid servant or his neighbors. Then is it a spirit? Is it a God? So these are all some kind of superficial they have. That is called that spirituality, cheap spirituality. They say, I have read so much books, I have visited so many temples, so many things. These are all cheap spirituality. This helps us, that is okay. But actually, we have not implemented it. Reading books, a person cannot be a cook. Reading spiritual books, a person cannot be spiritual. That may help you. You have to get the instruction, become a cook, you have to go, you have to do in your own hand, do the practice. Similarly, going to the temple and reading so many scriptures is not criteria to become a spiritual person. The criteria of the spiritual persons is that your anger, greed, jealousy is going to reduce it. That it will come within. Outside, whatever you want to show, how much time you are spending in the name of spiritual practice, all day you are chanting, going to the temple. But if not, these changes does not come. So it is no value, only you are studying. Just like a example, cook. Reading book, you cannot become a cook. You have to go and practice. I think it is clear to you.
Yes, Swamiji. The only last question is, you have mentioned, you have given one example, like suppose person is doing spiritual practice for 1 month, then there is some transformation and the person is finding that greed, anger, jealousy, selfishness has gone down. And so these are the parameters, these are for assessment of spiritual progress. Now my question is, there is some transformation in that person and person himself is assessing it, but if for some reason there is irregularity in spiritual practice, will again he will face the problem of increased greed, selfishness and jealousy, or this transformation is permanent?
No, the transformation, it will come slowly. The moment you stop it, irregularities come. Again, you will be attracted by your lust, anger, greed, and jealousy. Because of the practice, because of the spirituality, you are little free from the outside attract of lust and greed and jealousy. So unless a person is advanced in spiritual life, practice and strong spiritual inbuilt transformation is there, for them little bit irregularity is not a matter. But for the common persons, for those who are novices, they if become irregular in spiritual practice, again they will come in the same place as earlier he was. Because again this matter overpowering. Because of the spiritual practice, matter is less overpower the person. And the more you practice, the overpower of the matter will be reduced. Okay.
Yes, thank you very much, Ramji. Thank you.